علي دجالة. النهارده فرح يا جدعان، النهارده فرح يا جدعان.
Spray. Relief. You two take care of labor. Only intended for a plane capsule.
You don't want to die.
Hold on.
So the fight last night, the main event was atrocious. It was the most boring fight I've ever seen.
The Golden Globes, okay.
I'll probably see a better fight at Thanksgiving next week.
Oh, for sure.
Than Paul and fucking
I don't get any
Tyson.
satisfaction in watching boxing. Now that UFC's the thing, I don't watch anything else really.
I don't
when it comes
fully
down to a
understand
fight.
it. The other two fights were pretty awesome, actually. The second fight and the third fight were both amazing fights when it wasn't buffering.
That's when I was watching Polar Express.
Yeah.
I was waiting for the main fight. I'm like, I'm gonna watch Polar Express.
Was there a fight in Polar Express?
Dude, I died when you sent me the little black girl with a Mike Tyson tattoo on her face.
So I spent
I was so crossfaded, I was getting the fight mixed between Polar Express. I'm like, what's going on here? Why isn't Mike punched out Santa yet?
For the listeners, I spent a good 25 minutes. I downloaded the Canvas app just to make the edit of the Polar Express girl with the Mike Tyson tattoo on her face.
Beautiful.
That should be the thumbnail of this episode, yeah.
Yeah, that's commitment.
Because I would take her. I would
dude,
bet
please.
on her in a boxing match.
Right, yeah.
She's like, the best time of the year. Boom.
She does look scrappy.
She's scrappy, but like I was telling Adam, she's got a huge fucking target. Her head, massive.
Yeah.
So the main kid in Polar Express, he fucking mansplains her so many times in that fucking movie.
Does he?
It's very fucking funny. Like, there's a scene when the train's going off the rails and shit, and there's the brake on the top, which she was told by the train conductor that's where the brake is, and then there's a red handle, right? That's like right in front of the other kid, and he's like, but that one looks like the brake though, and she's like, no, but he said this one was the brake. He's like, are you sure? Are you sure? And he does that.
I think I would
He does
know.
that several times throughout the movie. So are you sure? I'm like, dude, I'll fucking kill this kid and push him off the train.
Did you guys get the Uncanny Valley from that movie? It's creepy to me.
Looking
how
back at it, I
real
do. When
they
I first
look.
watched it, I didn't get it. When
I
I
got
first
it
watched it, I thought it
immediately.
was good.
are you talking
Rewatching
about?
it is disturbing.
Do you know what the Uncanny Valley is?
What's Uncanny Valley?
Uncanny Valley is that kind of feeling you get when something looks too human but not quite human enough. Oh. Right? It's like that that's what like uncanny kind of means.
Yeah.
So
what like a
they
skinwalker?
yeah, exactly.
Sort of, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. Yep. So they look way too realistic to be cartoons. It's like a
Hello,
they should
and
either be
welcome to the
all human or
sorry.
all cartoon, and they're kind of in between. It's creepy to me.
Yeah.
Their heads are too big.
Their heads are big. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do have big heads.
And the way they move is just kind of eerie to me.
What's Uncanny Valley? Is that a show or a...
No, Uncanny Valley is a saying.
Oh, it's a saying? Okay.
It's a phrase.
Sorry.
That, yeah.
yeah.
I was drinking a lot before you guys got here, so like...
We gotta
No problem, man.
We gotta
No
catch up,
problem.
man.
Uncanny Valley is the phenomenon of when something looks just about human.
like a doppelganger, no?
Like a doppelganger. If you saw your doppelganger,
Yeah.
but you saw him like he was like 1% different than you,
Right.
that would be
He's
Uncanny
covered in
Valley.
blood and he's completely naked. You're like, that looks like me, but no.
Have you ever
not
seen?
quite.
Have you ever seen an extremely realistic sex doll? Like that's way too realistic.
Ooh,
Yeah.
No.
That's
many times.
that's Uncanny Valley.
Yes. Yep.
It can look fake as fuck, like a robot. If it looks mostly
Like
like, a
Ex
robot, it's
Machina
fine.
type
If
shit?
it looks too much like a human and it's not a human, that's uncanny.
Yeah. Even with like how the Tesla robots are like walking and stuff, you can get some of that like Uncanny Valley
Mm-hmm.
from how they move.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Should we talk about these boxing matches we talked about last night?
The boxing matches?
Boxing matches.
Well, I thought Mike was going to win. I really didn't think it was going to be rigged the way it was. It seems rigged anyway.
It's guaranteed rigged.
Except his...
If it was rigged,
wasn't
they
there
would
one
have
guy that knocked out Jake Paul?
they would have rigged it to be more exciting. If it was rigged,
It's tough
boring
to
as fuck.
say because I think that's tough to actually like punch each other and then not actually hurt each other and knock each other out.
Dude,
Right.
WWE does it all the time.
WWE looks incredibly fake.
It does.
It looks very fake. They would have done
the
that.
guy's 8 feet away and he goes like this. And the guy's like, oh.
Yeah, and there's like that slamming sound.
Yeah.
I think they
Here,
did
one
the
second.
best they could. So here's the thing: if it's rigged, okay, let's say that it's rigged, and Jake Paul wins, everybody's gonna say that was clearly rigged. He didn't beat Mike Tyson. Let's say it's rigged, so Mike Tyson wins. That looks bad for Jake, who brought in all the money for it. So Jake's ego and the money isn't going to allow Mike to win.
I don't think Jake brought in all the money.
I think he brought in a huge amount of money.
Think about it.
He's the one that set it up.
Would it have been a bigger deal if Jake Paul fought just anybody, or if Mike Tyson came back and fought anybody? I think the reason why it was such a big deal is because Mike Tyson was coming back. Yes, they both have a big draw to them.
Yeah.
They're both huge personalities, very famous. But I think Mike Tyson coming back and fighting anybody would get a bigger draw than Jake Paul fighting anybody.
Mike Tyson doesn't have that much money.
He does now.
He does now. He does now. But going into it, he doesn't have that much money.
I don't know how much he had now.
Do you remember the last Mike Tyson fight?
I don't, but it
Do you
wasn't.
remember the last Jake Paul
like-
fight?
No, I don't follow fighting.
Okay. I think Jake Paul is bringing in a lot of viewers. Okay, back to it being rigged, though, real quick.
Yeah.
So the best thing that you can do to have it be rigged is to have them pretty much draw, pretty much a tie,
Sure.
and then him win by like split decision.
Yeah.
Because what you have now is Jake Paul is as good as Mike Tyson because he held himself in the ring with Mike Tyson. So it shows like, oh, Jake must be as good as Mike Tyson,
Who's 58?
who's 58. Yeah.
He looked 58.
He looks pretty good, though, for 58. I remember
Yeah.
when my dad was 58.
He
He didn't look
didn't-
like Mike Tyson.
I think everyone was disappointed at how Mike looked in the ring. He looked slow. So
He did
one
look
thing
slow.
that I picked up, because again, keep in mind I don't know anything about boxing, just from watching the other fights and watching these two guys fight, footwork is incredibly important.
Yeah.
Footwork and fast legs.
Yeah.
And that is something that 58-year-old can never keep up with a 27-year-old on.
Yeah, depending on like who they are.
Yeah, I would say the peak 58-year-old will never be able to keep up with the peak 27-year-old as far as footwork and leg speed.
Right. Totally. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
And I think that's what it came down to. Dude, Mike didn't even try after
It didn't
the
look
second
like it.
round. He was just dancing around, wasn't really going for any punch. He looked like he stopped throwing punches after round 3.
I know.
And
So that's when I
think
started watching was round 3, and I don't think he threw any punches.
he might not have. And
Yeah.
I think Paul could have gone way harder than he did.
He punched him in the head with a few good ones.
A few good ones, but he could have gone after him. I don't think Mike would have been able to put up much of a fight.
Have you ever watched Floyd Mayweather fight?
I watched him fight. He was the one who fought McGregor, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I
back
watched
in
that.
17.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the thing is, a lot of people would say he is boring to watch fight because he's very graceful and he doesn't get hit that much.
Doesn't get hit,
So it's a
and
lot
he's-
of just defense and very coordinated offense.
Which I love. Actually, the best part about watching it for me is the dodging that they do.
Dodging is sick.
Yeah, how
Mike
nimble they are with that.
dodged into punches a few times, which is probably hard to not do. But it
Sure.
just looked like it wasn't like just a great showing of his skill. Did you
No,
watch
he's
some of his
58.
training videos?
I did. He looked better
looks
in the
like
training.
he looks like the god of war when he's training. I mean, that bag is destroyed when
And
he's
I
done
think
with it.
that's what people were expecting to see
Yeah,
last night,
yeah.
and they didn't.
Why do you think they didn't? Like, why do you think he was behaving like that?
I don't know. He just wanted to get through it to get his money.
Maybe. Or it's rigged.
If they rigged it, they would have rigged it to be more exciting, I think.
I see where you're coming from on
Yeah.
that, yeah. And who knows, so the last fight Tyson had with like in a professional ring was Roy Jones Jr.
Yep.
And that fight was kind of slow as well. It looked like two old guys
They were both
fighting.
old guys, yeah.
Yeah. But it was Roy Jones who beat Tyson back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was undefeated, and it was Jones that beat him.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
It's pretty funny that they had Holyfield or Holy Lander.
They did have Holyfield on. I think they had Roy Jones too.
That would make
Interviewed him a
sense.
couple times. Yeah.
Yeah, you know so much about it.
Yeah. At what point? I wish I could pull up the video, but my phone's not connected. One of the commentators asked Holyfield, because he's sitting at the end of the desk, asked him, do you think that Tyson will bring the same energy and fury that he did when you guys fought back in whenever their big fight was, 90s? And he couldn't hear. And so the other guy that was next to him had to interpret the question. And the way he interpreted it was he leans in and says, do you think Mike is going to bite anybody anymore? And Holyfield's like, no, I don't think so. And the woman who asked the original question was just like, that's not the question I asked. I really want to.
Do you think he's going to do to him what he did to you?
Do you think he's going to come in and bring this fury and youth that he used to? What was that? Do you think he's going to bite anybody anymore?
I mean, there is some subtext that she was sort of asking that.
I was laughing so hard when I saw that, man. It was just, the whole debacle was just great.
Yeah. So I read that Tyson got $20 million for it. And I read that Paul got $40 million
I thought it was like each $100 million. I thought it was way more than that. I could be wrong.
This is the infallible internet that said it.
Can't argue with the internet.
No.
Yeah, it's always right.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, in the end, I would feel bad if I paid for it. Like if I paid even if I paid $5, I would feel
see most
not
of
good.
It was buffering most of the time.
Yeah, it was buffering.
It was terrible. Netflix fucked it up.
Yeah.
Which
was it the second fight that was two ladies?
The third one.
They
went hard.
Was that the girl from the Olympics?
No, I don't
She looks
think so.
just like that girl guy from the Olympics.
No, it wasn't her.
Okay.
But she did get her. So one of the girls like fucking headbutted the other one
Ooh.
a couple of times, and it split open her. Her eyebrow was like fucking split and like an inch open.
Yeah, I bled a lot.
Yeah.
No.
That was a crazy fight. They both went hard. I just don't get it, man. Like their faces are all swollen and cut up, and it looks grotesque. And then they got the ring girls in the background, so you're seeing a girl with a big gash on her fucking face, and then these incredibly pristine pair of tits behind it, trying to take your attention away from the blood and just the carnage that's on display.
Yeah, I mean,
It's the duality, man.
To do it. It is the duality of a woman. Just being hot or
That's why they have it
crushing
there,
other
man.
women.
Yeah.
yeah, that's tough.
God damn.
Yeah, I mean, I think this might have had the opposite effect that they were wanting. I think less people are going to be interested in exhibition fights going forward.
Totally.
I know I personally am. If there's a fight with Jake Paul and whoever else, I'm going to be less interested
Same.
in it.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think that's like a horrible outcome of this.
I just, like I said, I'm not disappointed that I watched it, like a lot of people said they were, just because I was able to partake in the cultural phenomenon of a hyped fight.
Sure.
It's kind of fun. Like, that's like the Super Bowl. Everybody's tuning in to watch this. You can talk about it at work on Monday afterwards.
Yep.
It's just something you can easily relate to other people about.
Yep.
It's nice. Who would you like to see box?
I'd like to see...
And let's open this up to anything.
Yeah, sure. I think that I would really like to see maybe like... I would maybe like to see Joe Biden fight like...
Jimmy Carter.
You know, I would like him just to fight like 3 or 4 just guys, just like from the stands. I would like to see him just fight just people, like in a
Do some crowd work. Pull some people up on stage.
And bring them up and fight them. I would like to see that. Do you have anybody that you'd like to see fight?
Yeah, dude. So I thought about this a lot last night. I think one of the best ones that I thought of was, what if we saw Bill Nye versus Mr. Rogers? Who would win that fight?
Ooh, Bill Nye, he has the reach. And Mr. Rogers is dead.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd like to see 2 blind guys box.
Ooh, that would be great.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. Yeah.
What about Shrek
Okay.
versus the Michelin Man?
Well, they both have a lot of padding on them. They can both take a lot of damage, both heavyweights. It's kind of tough to say how much...
That'd be a good fight.
How much does the Michelin Man weigh?
He probably doesn't weigh that much. He seems
either weighs 40 pounds or 6,000 pounds, depending if he's air or rims.
I think he's air. I think he's mostly air.
I think he's mostly air.
I think you
too.
could just pick him up.
You ever punched a tire before?
Oh, that's a good point.
Hurts.
If he's, dude, he could be like the weight of a tire.
He could be unstoppable. Tires are heavy too.
I don't know, man. I think I'd take Shrek over most most other opponents in a boxing match.
I'd like to see a boxing match between maybe like a kid and like an unconscious guy. I think that might be interesting.
A toddler versus an unconscious guy.
What about like a quadriplegic and like let's bring back the blind guy? Because the
Ooh.
quadriplegic would just have to be really quiet.
That'd be a really good one.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, I think you'd see some even money splits on that one too.
Yeah. Me versus my ex-wife. That would be nice. That would be nice.
My ex-wife versus your ex-wife.
That would be really nice.
That'd be great, yeah.
Ex-wife fighting.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck yeah.
Yeah, I mean, going forward, I'm kind of not interested in boxing.
I'm interested in good boxing. I think it kind of sucked that it wasn't two awesome fighters. It was two well-known fighters. Nobody tuned in because it was supposed to be the peak of human boxing, right? It's not the Super Bowl of boxing.
Right.
It's the Super Bowl of personalities.
It's celebrity boxing.
Absolutely.
That's all it is. And that's what we have in
That's what
boxing.
it
It's
is.
just like celebrity boxing.
Yeah.
So we were talking about this in the car. I was with a boxing gym in Colorado for a little while. And after like 4 or 5 months of doing it, I stopped. Because I'm like, this feels to me like a little bit of a useless skill. Because if anything actually is going to happen, because I'm like, it would be cool to be able to defend myself.
It's not
It's not
anything like it.
It's not anything. It's like fencing.
Boxing
it's like going to
is
fencing to
so
learn how to
different than
defense.
street fights.
It's so different because in a street fight, you're going to get tackled and then curb stomped.
Yeah.
And they don't go through even one session of how to curb stomp somebody in boxing class. We never went
Really?
through it.
Not
one
once?
time did we go over
Wow.
like how to break somebody's kneecaps, how to fight other people with a broken bottle. Like we
Okay.
never covered any of that.
Never.
And so after a little bit, I remember it distinctly. I was hitting the bag one day, and I'm doing it, and I'm thinking to myself, like, if I actually got into a fight, I would do worse now because I would stand tall and like I would get my dukes up, and they would tackle me and then stab me.
But
Like,
see, that's when the ref.
that's when the ref.
That's when the
would come
ref
in.
is supposed to
Yeah.
come in, right?
Yeah, I guess.
But you don't always have a ref with you.
Maybe
when
the
you're
thing
street
that you
fighting,
learn
right?
from boxing is always have a ref with you.
Yeah, that's the most important part.
Yeah, always get it sanctioned before the
Yeah.
fight begins.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you go to a bar and you're thinking that a fight might break out,
Yeah.
that's why you want to have a friend who's a ref.
Yeah, and so like
Yeah.
I think trying out BJJ would be nice. I think that's useful. I think if you got into a fight and you can tackle somebody and roll them up into like a pretzel, I think that is a useful skill.
There should be a street fighting gym.
There should be a street fighting gym.
And they have like a little bar setting. You just
Yeah.
hang out in there, you're drinking. There's a little
Yep.
fake bartender there.
Yep. Who's the
And
ref?
who-
He's a secret. He's
he's
wearing a
right.
ref garb underneath
Yeah.
his suit.
Yep.
Yeah.
He can rip off his suit to become the ref if needed.
Yeah.
If needed. But he holds back because it is supposed to emulate a street fight.
Yeah.
And they just beat the shit out of each other. They got broken bottles as props.
Yep.
Anything, there's pipes.
A pipe would be nice.
Yep.
A pipe would be nice
Yep.
in a fight.
Every fourth person has a gun on them,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because that's probably going to simulate the real world.
Well, like, and to that point, so my local BJJ gym is $120 a month. And so in a year, I'm not very good at math, but that's like $8,000.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's a lot cheaper than that? Buying a gun. Just buy a gun and shoot people when they fuck with you at the bar.
Yeah, that's a lot cheaper.
Yeah, just proactively shoot a guy who's going to fight you.
Yeah.
It's cheaper and
you
it's
can
more
always
effective.
you can always tell when someone's about to fight you.
shoot them.
Shoot them.
Shoot them.
Yep.
That's the thing. Like, that's the thing that they don't teach you in boxing and BJJ. Shoot people. It's easier and better. And you can take the money that you save from not going to the BJJ gym to get a lawyer, to get a good lawyer.
It's fair enough to say that gun beats fist every time.
Every single
Every
time.
time.
Yeah.
It's like, you brought a fist to a gunfight?
It's bad, dude. They say that a knife beats a gun if,
You're within like a 2 feet, right?
within like 1,000 feet.
I'll try that again.
Because
You
knives
brought
are-
a fist to a gunfight? It was worth it. It was worth the interruption.
Did you turn the volume up? I'm not wearing headphones.
Trust me, Ryan, trust me. It sounds fine. I've gotten to the point where it doesn't matter how far away you are from the mic. It sounds fine. Like I know it sounds. It doesn't sound great.
Booming, dude.
I know. I know it doesn't sound great.
Dude, Ryan, I'll shoot you.
Okay, please. Save my.
Are you trying to quiet me like the Palestinians?
I'm trying to silence you. Yes. I'm trying to censor you.
Okay, you guys want to hear something nuts that happened to me this morning?
Let's go.
So I drank very heavily last night. Went to bed at 3 in the morning. When I woke up, I opened my eyes. And, well, first I woke up with the most acute anxiety for some reason.
Yeah.
I woke up and I was just sweaty. And I'm like, everything's going pretty bad right now. Everything's really awful. And I'm like, why am I feeling this? It's probably because of the alcohol. So I sleep naked. So I remove the blankets, and I have a piece of hair, like it's maybe like an inch long, on my penis head. I pull on it. I shit you not, it was in my penis hole.
It was in your dick hole?
It was in my dick hole.
There's hair in your dick hole.
It was like a millimeter in my dick hole, and I pulled out a piece of hair from my dick hole.
It's kind of funny. That's like out of like a horror movie. You're like,
dude, it was horrible. I've never. Is this even?
That's
Is this possible?
wild. Yeah, that's possible for sure.
I mean, it happened.
Yeah, it happened. Whose hair? So it wasn't your hair?
It was very thin and wispy, so it had to have been mine. It had to come from my head, and it was just a very thin, wispy hair that was just on my dickhead. And so I'm like, okay, this is just on my. It's just
around. It was which happens all the time.
And it was just on the side. So I'm like, okay, this is nothing. I pulled on it, and it was in like a tiny bit.
Did you feel it come out?
That's so weird.
Not really. No, I didn't really feel it. I more saw it, and I was like, oh, I am loose.
Did you try to put it back in?
Is there a chance that when you were drunk, you tried to thread the needle into your own dick hole?
That's what I'm
There's a
saying.
huge chance.
I think that's what happened.
There's a huge chance.
Did you try to put it back in?
So what I did is I got my pinkies on either side of my dick hole, and I opened it up, and I scooped it out with my index finger to make sure that there wasn't any more hair in there.
Did you shine a flashlight in there?
Well, the thing is,
Going with a tweezer?
I went in with the tweezer, and there was a damn hairball in there that had to fall out.
Oh,
Because when you wake up and you have to pee in
coming
the morning,
strands.
and like when you pee in the morning and you get like the double stream,
Yeah,
it's probably a damn piece of hair that you got
that's
stuck
a
in
good
there.
point.
Yeah, it probably is.
You've got to clear out
You're
the
like,
blockage,
oh
man.
no, not my dick hole.
Not my dick.
I've had that happen with my anus.
You
I've had it pull hair out of my anus.
of your butt crack.
Butthole. I'm pretty sure it's butthole.
It was in your butthole.
Yeah, why not?
There's no reason why not.
Do you have
Maybe
a
I
hairy
swallowed
asshole?
it. Yeah,
You could have
You
swallowed
do?
it.
I do too.
We're guys, of course we do.
It was probably a butt hair. It wasn't my head hair. It was probably a butt
just
hair
making
that I had
sure.
in my dick hole.
That it was ingrown. It went all the way through.
Oh, I'm gonna get a mean UTI.
Do you guys ever yank out your own like nose hairs?
Oh, all the time.
You're not supposed to.
Yeah,
Really?
it's you should though.
I shave my nose hairs.
That's what you're supposed
I
to
have like
do.
a nose shave.
That's
have
what
like
I
a
need to
trimmer.
have. But if you pluck them, it leaves a gaping like little wound in the follicle.
Sorry, I'm breathing into the
Yes, you are.
I'm a,
Well, you're into it. You're
And so
you're
any
activated right now.
open wound in the nasal cavity is bad for if you get an infection in there. It's very close to your brain.
Okay, but when was
That's
the
why
last
they say
time you
not
got
to do
a
it.
damn nair infection?
Oh, this is always the first time for everything.
Well, yeah, but I've never heard of anybody getting a nair infection.
I've heard of people saying it, like on the threads of why they say you shouldn't do it. People talk about that as a possibility.
Is this a Reddit thing?
Yeah, that's a
It's
Reddit thing.
bullshit, dude. It's bullshit. It's bots just making shit up. They don't even have noses.
or some guy in Ohio making it up. Like it's just one or the other.
Yeah, because think about it, man. Pulling out a nostril hair is going to give you an infection.
It could.
I mean, anything could, but it's not. No, that's not a problem. I like pulling them out. I like my
It
eyes
feels good, dude,
watering.
yeah.
It's a weird,
It
internal
wakes you up.
sensation.
Yeah.
Dude.
It's like taking a cold shower. Just
I had
pluck
my
your nose
first
hair.
hemorrhoids
Some
this
nose
week.
hairs.
Yeah. You had your first hemorrhoid this
My
week?
first hemorrhoid, dude.
Dude, let's dig in.
Congratulations.
Dude, it scared the shit out of me, dude. I was just like, ah! You know, my wife.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, look, come in here. I'm having my period.
What is a hemorrhoid?
I was actually about to ask the same
It's
thing.
like it's from sitting in the toilet too long. So like you've irritated it, and it's kind of created like a polyp of some sort. It's a blood blister in your asshole,
Okay.
and at some point it bursts, and it makes it look like you fucking like shat blood.
I thought that it was like when a vein like comes out of your butthole and you need to push the vein back in.
No, it's just a blood
I think
blister.
my dad
something
told me that.
else.
He might have been wrong on that one.
You ever had like a blood blister of any sort?
I've wiped until there's no poop. It's just strictly blood. That's when I know that I'm done.
That's
when
just-
it's
that's just called
99%
overtime.
blood and 1% poop. That's how I know that I'm done wiping. Before the bidet. Now the bidet is just.
yeah, it gets all the blood out of there.
There's,
But I asked her a stupid question. I was just like, is when I wipe the poo poo, am I gonna get sepsis in my blood blister, my hemorrhoid,
Did she
and am I
divorce
gonna
you?
die?
Is this you talking?
Yeah, it's me.
Okay. You're giving yourself an accent.
you sound just like you. That was a great.
I'm like, am I gonna die? I'm like, Ella, is the poo poo in my hemorrhoid? Am I gonna die?
Is she not here right now because she left you? Is that why she's not here? Are you? Is this?
That was the last straw. for
Yeah,
me.
she's sleeping in a motel.
No, I still have a wife. I promise.
Where is she at work?
And she's at work right now.
Damn.
So is it bleeding right now? Do you have like little spots of
No,
blood? Are you
it
spotting?
healed up. This was like earlier in the week.
Do you have a tampon in there right now?
I have a tampon.
That's not a bad idea. Put
Yeah.
a Band-Aid on your butthole.
I did put a little bit of toilet paper in my asshole on Monday, just because like I was literally just actively bleeding out of my asshole as I was working on my desk chair.
Oh, you need a hemorrhoid donut.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that really what a hemorrhoid is? I was so under the impression
It's- yeah,
that
it's
it's
just-
when like
it's just-
veins come
no.
out of your butthole, and I was horrified by the thought that
No,
one
it's-
day I'll
it's-
have veins coming out of my butthole.
I mean, you still
I
might.
was terrified of that.
No,
That's got to be
it's-
called something else.
It's essentially just a blood blister, though.
I think it's called a hemorrhoid.
Is a hemorrhoid similar to an anal fissure?
No.
Well, it has to be. I mean,
No.
Maybe it starts from a fissure.
and then becomes a hemorrhoid. Can we look up a damn hemorrhoid, man? I'm pretty sure a hemorrhoid is when veins are
I know.
coming out of your butthole.
Alvin was like, hey, can I be your Jamie? I'm like, dude, I would love it. We don't know anything.
Yeah.
We don't know shit.
That's the appeal. That's the appeal of
I was like,
just
Alvin,
bullshitting.
please help us.
Our appeal is we say everything wrong and people can correct us in their heads and be like,
Yep.
these guys are dumbasses. I
Fucking-
actually know.
Yeah.
That's the
Yep.
appeal of this.
Some people like that. They
Three dumb guys.
like so that they think they feel like they know more than we do.
This is
We're doing them a service.
we're doing this for other people's
Yeah.
egos.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, I guarantee you, a hemorrhoid is when you have a damn
Swollen and inflamed veins
that
in
come
the
out of your
rectum
butthole.
and anus that cause discomfort and bleeding.
And so they go to Google
Yeah, they're
Images.
just caused from straining your bowel movements.
Yep,
Okay.
and veins come out.
Yep.
Wait,
Okay, so veins do come
don't
out.
just say yep. Let's see the
No, I mean,
let's see the proof on
they're
this.
swollen and inflamed veins, Ryan. It's in the. It's in
But
the description.
inside, because you
No,
can
they
have.
come out.
That's what I want to know.
You got little dangly veins
I
that
don't-
come out like a. You ever pooped out a living octopus?
What are they connecting themselves to?
Yeah, the veins higher up. Your butt veins.
Are they coming down like a rope that kind of droops down?
I shouldn't have told you
Or
guys
is
I
it
had a
the end of the
hemorrhoid.
rope?
This is ridiculous.
Is it the end of the vein?
Here's the thing. I have no idea, and I've always been confused about that. I've always been horrified that one day I'm gonna wipe and I'm gonna feel like
Just
a worm back
pull
there
on-
that's actually a vein.
It's like little hairs.
If you
pull out
only
your
spend
dick.
like
I
5,
imagine that
6
they're
minutes in the
big.
toilet, you're not going to get a hemorrhoid. I spend like, I have half an hour shits. I have episodes, bro.
I don't want to beat this to death, but do we know what a hemorrhoid is? Do we know yet what a hemorrhoid is? Is it when veins come out of your butthole?
Yeah, it's like I said, it's like a blood blister of some sort, and then it pops at some point.
See, that doesn't sound like veins hanging out of your asshole.
These are two different things entirely.
I think
These
they are.
completely
I think they
different
are.
concepts. One is the worst thing anybody could possibly imagine, and one is what happens every time I
We need to get a proctologist on this podcast.
Do we have a proctologist coming up soon?
We have one. I think it's a few weeks from now. They're on the schedule.
Ever since I was a kid, my dream is to be a proctologist one day.
Okay.
My dream is
There's
to talk to
swollen veins in your rectum. So
in your
yes.
rectum. In Not out.
But
Go to images.
But
Pull
we
up-
gotta-
you
we
need
gotta
an
look,
image.
bro. We gotta see.
okay.
You don't want to do it because you know that it's veins coming out of your butthole like
Well,
spaghetti.
yeah. No, it is. That is what it is. That's what I've been saying this whole. That's
what I'm saying.
It was in the
It's
first part of the description. I didn't argue that.
So there's veins coming out of your butthole
Yeah.
That pop.
that hang out.
No, it's just an inflamed vein. So it's like I said, it's a blood blister from irritation.
Can you pull on the vein?
Can you? Yeah.
What do you mean?
Does it hang out of your butthole like
It's just not
spaghetti coming
we're
out
not
of
talking
the
about a
strainer?
loose vein here.
So we're not
You
talking
have
about
blood. You have blood constantly flowing through your veins, right?
Do we?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Roger that.
Jesus
All right. So
Christ.
we agree on that.
Oh my god, this is not a good episode.
Can you just show? Can you show us?
Understanding hemorrhoids from first principles. We have blood. Will you go
In the
on Google
beginning,
Images?
God
You're
created the
asking me
heavens
to
and
be
the
an
earth.
expert on something I just had for the first time on Monday.
Do you still have it?
But I don't think you had a hemorrhoid. I think you have.
I
Maybe
definitely
like
had a
I think
hemorrhoid.
you have an STD. I think you might have like HIV.
Oh, thanks.
No,
Thanks,
I
bud.
think you do. No, I think you do. And so I'm saying it's not a hemorrhoid.
What kind of STD starts in your asshole aside from AIDS?
You tell me. You're the one that has it. It does kind of start and end there. It does seem though. Okay, I'm gonna pull up. a
You
Google.
know you have AIDS when you start singing the Queen soundtrack. Anybody find me?
Adam, do you still have it? The hemorrhoid?
No, like I
It's
said,
gone?
it's healed by now.
Okay.
Yes.
Damn. I was
I
hoping
gotta
to. I was
say,
hoping to see it.
spelling hemorrhoid is not easy.
It's just
It's like hemorrhoid. It's like
Like
an
I s-
asteroid, but hemorrhoid.
God damn it. You're doing this. I'm sure you looked at the same webpage I looked at in fuckface.
No, I'm on Google Images.
Yeah, Joe's got his own database. He's looking through.
I'm looking at.
He's like,
Okay.
I need physical. I'm a visual learner.
Bro, there are internal hemorrhoids and external hemorrhoids.
Okay, here we go.
An internal hemorrhoid is a vein that has been like ruptured somehow in your butthole. An external hemorrhoid is a vein coming out of your butthole.
all right.
Yeah,
It's a
I didn't
hemorrhoid.
argue that. Like I said, why are we still talking about this?
Because we needed to know.
we.
America needs
Look at
to
that
know.
thing. That vein is out there.
It's the same webpage I was looking at.
So do you have to push back in the vein?
No.
So were yours external or internal?
So when you get any sort of blemish on your face, right? That's exposed.
It's a hemorrhoid.
hemorrhoid.
When I get a blemish on my face, it's a vein hanging out of my cheek.
But when you pop it, blood comes out at some point.
Blood
right?
gushes out.
That's
'cause
what I'm.
it's-
That's what
It's
I'm
a
saying.
Vein.
When
We
I
have veins
hang
and
out of
arteries
my
all over
body,
us.
I cut them off. If I have a vein sticking out, I just cut it off.
It's just like a little skin tag.
I'm like, Ella, if you got a loose vein, I need you to cauterize it.
Baby, can you cauterize my hemorrhoid, please?
Don't you have to?
Hey, after 6 years together, I would hope she would do that for me.
Would you cauterize her hemorrhoid?
I would. I would.
What a
If it
man.
would save her life,
What a family man you are.
right?
Wow, that
Even
makes
if it was
me
mid
pretty
dump,
bad.
and I'm covered in her shit. I'm cauterizing that for my baby girl.
I've always wondered what love is. That must be it.
Love?
And if you wouldn't do that for Jen, then I question your loyalty,
You should
Ryan.
want to do it.
I'm not
you
married.
should want to.
That wasn't in my vows.
Yeah, but you eat your lady's ass. No. This is the Patreon episode, just so you know. People are gonna pay for this
Yeah.
because the
Okay, so-
camera did not work out because Joe moved like 2 feet, and I was sitting in the background for like at least 10 minutes just trying to find an angle.
Yeah, dude, you missed the whole fucking celebrity boxing segment.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, either move here or move there.
I'm gonna do neither.
Just for the
of those.
camera purpose.
I'm gonna do neither of those
Please,
two things.
please do one or the other. I'm
Okay,
trying
but
to get some
then that
YouTube
means
presence.
that we're both
We do have
sitting on
YouTube
one
presence.
side facing one person.
Our highest
You
viewed
guys are
episode,
interviewing me.
our highest viewed episode right now is Hassenpfeffer with the audio and the video.
That means that I need to put my shirt on.
No, you don't.
No, dude, you're in great shape.
We'll explode. The views will explode if you're.
I'll take my shirt off too.
Yeah.
do
Let's do a whole
let's do
shirtless
it.
pod.
Let's take our shirts off. We'll be right back.
Skins pod.
All right, back.
You could have done it. You could have pulled it off. Yeah. Are we back? By the way,
We're back, yeah.
Are we actually
back.
back?
Oh yeah,
And we're back.
these guys were just trying to dictate me and if I could smoke weed or not.
No, we weren't saying you.
Hey, Ryan's grandma, if you're listening. His sweet, sweet babushka, if you're listening.
It's not you, Adam. You're a bad person, period.
I'm not saying you're a bad guy. I'm just saying you're a little bit like Hitler.
I know. But would it be worse if I was shooting meth on audio?
I would like it more. You'd be more
Dude,
energetic.
you could do whatever the fuck you want on audio. I don't give a shit.
I'll shoot meth on audio.
I want to see you eat some drywall.
But when you say,
Get a little bit of ceiling tile off.
but when you say like, oh, it doesn't matter what we do because so and so does something worse, that's a bad argument to me because I'm not that so and so. Right?
Okay.
Like I said, like if I
what
say
do
I
you mean,
don't
Ryan?
want something on the podcast, you can't say, oh well, such and such has a worse thing on their podcast. Well, I'm not them.
But we're good because they're bad.
Right.
What are you talking about, bro? If somebody has done something worse than you, you're a good person.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Dude,
Did you still want your mom seeing what you did, even though
We have
worse?
not said
there's
anything that
worse
crazy.
people. If
No,
there's
I
a
know.
guy that's worse than you, you're a good person through and through. 100%.
Yeah, if you're not the worst person ever, you're fine.
Yeah, dude.
Are you just very anxious about this whole podcast?
Yeah,
No,
Have
I'm
I
not.
been
making
I'm
you
not, I'm not.
anxious?
I'm really not. I'm just saying that.
I didn't want this to be an anxious experience. Like I just wanted to be able to have my own fucking podcast. Dude, I've been sitting on this fucking equipment for 2 years.
No, this is awesome.
trying to get my
This
buddy.
isn't the anxiety experience.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not. And Adam, seriously, I love
it
this
should be.
podcast. It
I
makes
know,
me
but you
feel
just gotta
alive.
let shit fly, dude. Like these are your thoughts, man. But like at the end of the day, yeah, I'll edit some shit out. But
I'm
like,
just saying that your argument of you shouldn't care about this because such and
weed's
such.
legal in Minnesota. We record out of Minnesota and Wisconsin. What are you talking about?
Yeah, right.
I can't smoke weed.
God damn it,
dumbass.
guys.
Here, I'll let you finish your point. I'm sorry.
Well, it's just
I did
that
interrupt you. I'm sorry. That
smoking
was
weed
rude.
does make you a bad person.
I guess. I don't know.
I know it. I know. Because you are the biggest stoner I know.
You're like Hitler. Like to smoke a bowl every now and then. He was a bad guy.
Well, he was.
Didn't Hitler just do meth?
No, he smoked weed.
and did meth.
Just weed.
He just said it.
Just weed.
He was a stoner and he killed people.
No. We don't check facts around here. He only smoked weed.
Fuck.
He would smoke a fat bowl, and then he would put a Jew in the oven. It's crazy.
The munchies.
We find out that Hitler was eating them.
Adam, can you do your Nazi bunny accent again?
This one's pretty tasty. I just like it.
I don't know how you did it so fucking. It had no business being that good.
It was very good. Thank
Jen
you.
and I listened to that over and over and over like 15 times, and we were shitting our pants laughing, dude.
No.
So funny. Yeah, we were having a little date night where we just shit our pants together. You ever do that with,
With
a girl?
hemorrhoids or without?
We didn't have them at the time to start. No.
Have I ever shit my pants with a girl?
With.
I've shit my pants standing next to a girl, yeah.
Ooh, with hemorrhoids or no?
She had hemorrhoids. I shit my pants.
Okay. Am I genuinely the only person that's had hemorrhoids? You guys have never had a hemorrhoid?
Never.
No, dude.
So fucking judgmental.
So
Dude. Dude, you're disgusting.
Give me a zip, dude. This is pissed. I'm pissed off.
I'm angry
right now.
too, man.
Hit me
I'm
a zip,
angry.
dude. I'm pissed.
God.
Don't push too hard. You'll get another hemorrhoid.
Is it because you laugh too hard while you're shitting?
It's empty.
Fuck, man.
It's empty.
That's not the empty one,
You
is
have
it?
to open it. Oh, fuck. Was there 12 hiding in there?
God damn, I grabbed the wrong one. We'll be right back. Dude, start the
I'll fucking kill you, Ryan. Ryan, I will fucking kill you.
No, you won't
Dude,
kill him.
I'll kill you, and then Joe will masturbate over your fucking dead corpse.
Why threaten me with a good time?
I'll shoot both of you. I will shoot both of you.
and then just be the Joe Wallen experience.
The Joe anxiety experience as I'm running away from the cops. Yeah, so episode 92, I've been pretty stressed out recently. I've lost 50 pounds. Every time somebody knocks on my door, I do shit myself. Things have been pretty bad,
The
but
hemorrhoids have gotten out of control.
episode 93, here we go.
Oh, fuck.
Damn.
Yeah, I wipe with my dominant hand.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I only wash
As
my
do I.
dominant hand.
Do you guys
I put
stand?
soap and water, and I just flick my left fingers.
What are you doing with your left hand? during this whole time?
He
So I'm
masturbates.
left dominant, so my right hand is just flying around the whole time I'm wiping. My right hand is just helicoptering in the bathroom like a psycho. It is whipping around. It's either that or
Are you just mocking a disabled person?
You're
like Trump did?
delicately rinsing your left hand, and your right hand is just fucking helicoptering above your head.
I'm snapping. You know, honestly, when I'm wiping with my dominant hand, I'm usually with my right hand. I'm usually choking somebody. I'm usually full grasp choking somebody. It doesn't really matter who.
I'm journaling usually.
I think I missed that.
non-dominant
I think I
hand.
missed
My
that scene in
non-dominant
American
hand.
Psycho
I'm
where
trying
he
to
was
journal.
choking and shitting.
That's funny. Have you ever tried to write something down while taking a poop? Like a secret? Have you ever tried to write down a secret while you're pooping?
I mean, I've texted somebody while shitting, so I suppose I've composed a message.
You've told him a secret.
I bet 90% of the texts you send me, you're pooping while you write them.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I just imagine you're pooping most of the time. When I don't see you.
I mean, sometimes you guys call me and I'm shitting.
With your new affliction, your veins out of your butthole.
Yeah.
Hemorrhoids.
Yeah, hemorrhoids. That's what they're called.
With the
Yep,
veins
yep.
coming out of your butthole.
Yep.
Yeah, I was afraid that that the poop was gonna touch the open, exposed vein. And I was gonna get sepsis and die.
The vein that was hanging out.
Yeah.
The
this point, I'm just playing
bulge
along.
that was hanging out.
I'm not arguing
Pull
with
up
you.
the picture
dude.
again.
I'm not falling for this.
Let's look at the picture again.
What's an external hemorrhoid?
I can't wait for the YouTube because I'm gonna put the.
Look at the
picture
well,
up.
look at what's an external hemorrhoid?
Does it not look like an inflamed blood blister? Because as soon as that thing pops, it's just fucking.
Yeah, it's not hanging.
It's
the
a
vein,
Jackson Pollock painting.
The
dude.
vein is not out like spaghetti.
Well-
I think you're trying to picture it.
No,
right?
it's a thread of veins coming out of your butthole when you have hemorrhoids. Can we ask ChatGPT? Will we be kicked off of whatever we're on? XX and X.
What are you talking about?
If I pull up ChatGPT,
Pull up ChatGPT. Let's
Ask
go.
ChatGPT.
we need to text open.
Ask it if it's like a blood blister.
ChatGPT, can you hear me? Is a hemorrhoid when you have veins coming out of your butthole, or is a hemorrhoid just a blood blister?
A hemorrhoid is when the veins in your rectum or anus become swollen and inflamed. They can either be internal, inside the rectum, or external, under the skin around the anus. So yes, they can appear as protruding veins, but they're more than just blood blisters.
Fuck you.
Let's go.
That's the future right there.
Let's
That's
go.
the future.
Thank you,
So you have
ChatGPT.
veins coming out of your butthole.
Dude, that's disgusting.
They appear as blood blisters.
Do you have any more questions?
We're both right. Okay.
Well, I'm right. On that.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, my dad told me a story about a coworker of his had to put lotion or Vaseline on his finger and push the veins back into his butthole after pooping. Every time. He had to push the veins back in.
That's fucking gnarly.
It's the scariest thing I've ever heard in my life.
That sounds terrifying.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
So he's got the Tremors creatures coming out of his asshole. Have you ever seen the movie Tremors?
I know you have hemorrhoids. So, I mean, I'm imagining something spooky.
The movie Tremors is just Adam with his own hemorrhoids. The whole movie.
I'm like, everybody look out! It's coming through!
You ever seen The Passion of Christ? No, that's Adam's hemorrhoids. What about the Cat of Nine Tails?
The last scene in Passion of the Christ, that bloody scene, is just the hemorrhoid popping.
Oh, dude.
I would like to see Adam's hemorrhoids, the musical.
Would they sing or does Adam sing? Who's singing?
The hemorrhoids are the backup singers.
Oh, dude, I bet
They're
you got
harmonizing.
You have a what do they call it? The brown whisperer. That's actually kind of an innuendo in a few ways.
They've got a song and dance jig. They're like, he's straining on the toilet. He's straining, and
But it makes us feel alive.
Adam thought he had his period.
honey, you got to come in here right now. Does this mean I'm a woman?
Dude, a whole Broadway play.
Oh, dude. Think of the dollars you could make. Think of all the perverts in line.
That
Hemorrhoids
is a
the
niche
musical?
that needs to be tapped because a lot
Yeah.
of people want it. That's what people want.
That's the thing. We're not tapping into the demographic of horrible perverts nearly enough.
No.
We need more of that.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
That's our fan base. When we look at our demographic screen, it says 98% horrible perverts.
They self-identify. It's the self-identified.
2% regular
Oh,
folk.
fuck.
Yeah.
So it's like a drop-down menu. Are you male, female, horrible pervert, normal folk? I guess I'll just put in my own. I'll just fill it in myself.
Yep.
Just normal demographics. Yeah.
I guess I would just say non-binary pervert. We're gonna be real.
Prefer not to answer.
Yeah, it's like this isn't gonna affect you getting a job or anything, but we just like to know
Who's listening to these podcasts? Yeah.
Are you a protected class?
Yeah, I would say we're protected. Not enough advocacy though, unlike the government stage.
Dude, I love that. I love that video. It's a guy snowboarding, and he's like, "I'm not an introvert. I'm not an extrovert. I'm a pervert."
What video is that?
It's just a grainy video of a guy snowboarding,
he
and he's
just say
speaking over it happening. It's just he has like a mic and he's speaking over a video.
He's doing
of
like
himself
he's doing.
snowboarding.
He did some audio editing. He did his own narration.
Yeah, and he
It's like-
recorded on like a microwave.
It's not about touching kids. It's how close you can get to the top of the mountain. You're
Let's
like, what are
cut
you
that.
talking about?
Let's just beep exactly everything you just said.
Why are we talking about this again?
Because he's a pedophile.
Damn it, Adam! Every time.
This is the Patreon episode. You think this is going to be the public?
Why not?
I know for
I
a
like
fact
the
you're
mustache, by the way. It looks very.
Thanks,
Dude,
thank you.
it's
You
a
dig
great
it?
fucking look for you, dude.
Thanks, man.
It is pretty nice.
Yeah, I like that Joe has one too. I was kind of hoping you would have yours going strong still
Well,
too.
shit, if I knew, you guys gotta let me in.
November,
We
bro.
kind of go beard mustache back and forth a lot.
Adam, did you shave your mustache because of the hemorrhoids?
That's not a no. That was a not no answer.
That's a damning non-answer.
That is a.
I did shave for Halloween. I left the mustache because I did want to dress as Nacho Libre. That was the route I was going.
Are you doing that right now too?
No. Halloween's
Oh.
very much over.
Oh, so this just happens to be
This is just
your
the
look.
beard. This is the
Okay,
beard.
gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
This is
You had me fooled.
oh fuck. I was Colorado.
It was a lot of fun, man. It was a lot of fun. Hiked around Garden of the Gods. Very enjoyable.
Oh yeah.
Went to a beer spa, which was
What is a
very
beer
enjoyable.
spa? What is that?
So a beer spa is it's downtown, and you go in, and it's kind of like a normal spa, except you rent a room, and there's a sauna in there, and they had
Ooh.
like candles lit. So there's a sauna, a shower.
You had a lady with you.
I had a lady with me, and there was a
Wasn't an old buddy you were visiting? You're like, dude, I got us a nice spot.
Maybe
and he's like,
before
dude, this
we-
is very romantic.
It was
man."
before the baseball game. It was 3 of my closest guy friends, and we got into a tub together.
Dude, do you guys want to bro out, but like pick rose petals as well?
I want to take our relationship to the next level. I want to know you boys deeper.
Have you guys seen the movie Human Centipede?
Yes.
I'm
yes.
thinking now.
Yeah. I have the audiobook of Human Centipede, and that's what I go to sleep to. I'm more of a listener than I'm a watcher, so I like to listen to it before
You're
bed.
playing it while they're like in the fucking tub. They're like,
Just kind of something to set the mood. Yeah. So a beer spa is a spa with a sauna. Dude, I will fight you. I swear to God, I will fight you right now. I will set down this mic and I'll shoot you.
finish your story about the beer spa.
I'm
God,
trying to.
Jesus.
I'm trying to.
It's taking so long for some reason.
Okay, so let's start at the top. So it's a spa, and there's a hot tub in there, which is water with essential oils
Nice.
and mash.
Beer?
So
Any hops in there?
it's hops and mash.
Mash,
And then
like mashed potatoes?
No, the TV show. The
I
TV
bet.
show Mash.
Oh, okay. That's even funnier, dude. They're playing the show MASH.
Underwater though.
You have to look down the whole time. Yep. So they play mash, and they have mash in the tub, and you have 90 minutes to just live your life in this spa. It rocks. Room service. They give you. I kept the card. They give you a little card that you can go up and like get however much beer you want. It's just by the ounce, so you can scan it. They have wine too. They gave us little chocolates that we could eat.
Ooh.
It was fantastic. It was so nice.
Where that's in Denver?
Downtown Denver. There's 3 beer spas in the United States. L.A.
Damn.
Denver, and then rural Oklahoma.
That
There's
sounds right.
just a small town.
That
It's
sounds
just
right.
connected to the church is the beer spa.
So, okay, I don't know if you actually explained this, but where does the beer part come in?
You rip beer the whole time.
Okay,
The whole
okay,
time.
I was gonna say, yeah.
But the beer comes in because you're watching MASH with MASH in the hot tub.
Right.
So it's
And
you're
the hops
technically-
are in there
they're-
too.
Yeah, there's hops.
They're
in there.
brewing beer with your body fluids.
They're brewing beer.
in
Yeah.
the tub. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have like
dude, this is some good mash. This is really good.
yeah, and you wear whatever. There's like a sign that says like you can wear a swimsuit or you can go au natural.
Business cash.
And so you can sit in the sauna in a suit.
I like that.
If I own that place, I would be the biggest pervert, dude. I put cameras in like hidden cameras in every single like suite.
God damn it, dude! You're doing it again.
Say something I
What?
don't already know about
What?
you.
What? You wouldn't,
Ryan?
Ryan?
I bet you vote for the horrible pervert party.
Have you guys ever seen that movie No Vacancy? It's kind of like that. The guy's got cameras in the fucking rooms, but like he kills them in the rooms.
That actually happened there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the
yeah.
beer spa?
Yeah, I killed people there, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so 90 minutes. So, okay, kind of a funny thing is like, you tend to go au natural
Yep.
when you're in there. And so when you get room service, you ring a little doorbell, and then you can just kind of stand there, and then they like knock on the little sliding door, and you can like slide it open. You can kind of just like peek your head around, and you can say,
fuck?
I require more libations. And then they'll scurry off and get you beer, and then bring it back, and you just slide it open and take your beer, and then go sit in the sauna again. It kicks ass. It was
that
an
sounds nice.
extremely enjoyable experience.
That does sound nice.
Yeah.
90 minutes, you said?
90 minutes of just enjoyment. Yep, 90 minutes of enjoyment. You do try not to think about everybody else that's been in the sauna and maybe things that have transpired. there.
Right.
They
They had
said
the
that they'll charge
hemorrhoids
you
in there?
more if there's any excess bodily fluids.
Oh
So if
god.
you
How
leave and
how could they
there's-
did they
Dude,
did they
that
test?
means they've had some
Blacklight.
loads,
I brought a blacklight,
bro.
and it just the whole time I was going around with my blacklight.
How do
it
they know
was-
which fluids came from which body?
Yeah, I mean,
They have a lab on site.
They
They test.
The
They
poor,
do.
poor
They probably
custodian
do,
at that
yeah.
fucking place.
They
Dude.
take a DNA sample upon entry.
yeah.
If
and
you
not
do
in the way
if you
you'd
do that
expect.
blue light over that fucking sauna, I'm sure you'll find some spots, dude.
Dude,
fat,
some guy had a
fat
nosebleed in the sauna with us today.
Oh really?
They had to quarantine half the sauna because
yeah,
the guy
it's a
was
bloodborne
dripping blood.
pathogen,
Exactly,
dude.
that's what
Yeah,
she said. Yeah.
man.
And then she's
They're
and
like,
then-
he has AIDS.
Blood is
sorry.
a bloodborne pathogen.
Yeah. The attendant came in with this vinegar spray and just sprayed it down and then
Yep.
said, all right, you guys have the other police here. Make sure no one sits on that side. So every 20 seconds, someone would come into the sauna and everyone would be like, wait, no. Come on this side.
Sit there.
I know that side is completely empty and this side is fucking packed,
Yep.
Yeah.
but sit with us.
Did nosebleed guy come back, or is he too?
Never saw him again.
Scared and embarrassed.
Never saw him again.
They took him out back and they finished him off.
I-
They're like,
I think
they
I-
shot him. You guys didn't hear the gunshot.
Pretty sure I heard him run off crying.
Good.
So
I would be kind of embarrassed, but I would come back in. Like I would be like, "Sorry, guys," and
was
then I would
crying?
just sit back down.
I assume
Or was that a
so.
joke?
He should be.
Okay.
I would have cried.
Isn't that kind of funny that he's on a podcast right now? Like people are talking about it on a podcast. Like back in the day, if you did something embarrassing, it kind of went away. Now we have videos and three dudes
Podcasts.
talk about it on a podcast.
Those lady starts
Yeah.
crying. He's like, oh my god, this never happens here.
Yeah,
And now he has to listen. When he listens to Granddaddy's next week,
Yeah.
he's going to be like, oh, fuck, that was me.
he's a listener. He's a listener.
Of course he is.
Yeah,
Who's not?
Kyle.
Nosebleed
we're talking
guy
about
out
you.
there.
We're
wherever
talking
you
about
are.
you, Jimbo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that was pretty funny though. That was pretty funny. And it
was interesting.
It just exploded. He was sitting there, no nosebleed, sans nosebleed, and then out of nowhere, it just started gushing out.
Jesus Christ.
He caught it with one hand, and then he put the other hand over it to kind of cup it.
Yeah.
But he was still bleeding onto the back of his cupped
And it was just
hand.
running
It was
off his
running
hands.
down. And, of course, he's sweating, so his hands are slick already.
Okay. Logically, if you notice that you got a nosebleed, leave the fucking room right away.
Well, he did. He did.
He's like, I'm gonna sit this one out, guys,
Yeah.
because
yeah.
I've got a good sweat going.
Yeah, when I used to get nosebleeds, I would just plug my nose and tilt my head back.
I hated doing that because then it goes down your throat, man.
Yeah, you get to drink it.
And then it makes me
kinda
just
like
it
it. I
makes me
like that.
crave human blood for like a week.
That is
after
the problem,
That's
isn't
the,
it?
that's a
That
problem
is
I always
the
run
issue.
into.
Yeah, is that it's like too good.
It's way too good, and then I feel like a cannibal the rest of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I try not to do that anymore. Those triggers, man.
Yeah.
Those triggers.
Yeah, after we cut out the segment where we all told our deepest, darkest secrets, what time are we at?
No, I don't know, dude.
So I was telling, are we recording?
Yeah.
I was telling my dad about
Yeah, we are.
I was telling my dad about this podcast, and I'm like, yeah, once we get to 2,000 listeners, we get like 80 cents. And he's like, why don't you pay people to listen to it? I'm like, that's a really good idea. We should pay everybody $4 to listen to this. So if we spend $8,000, we'll make about 80 cents.
It's a good investment.
And it was so funny when I told him about it, because obviously...
Because I feel like your old man's just like, you gotta fucking pay money to make money.
He's 74.
Yeah.
So when I'm like,
that's how they did it.
I'm like, yeah, we have a little podcast going. He immediately, and then I'm like, yeah, we just need more listeners, basically. He's like, yeah, you should just pay people to listen, because people are not naturally going to listen to that. He was just immediately like, yeah, you're going to need to pay people.
You'd be surprised, dude. People listen to fucking absolute garbage.
Yeah. There was a band that put out a completely silent record, and they asked people to just play it when nothing was playing, just like have it on, and they tried to make royalties from that to show like the issue with like Spotify somehow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, so people would just, when their phone wasn't doing anything, they could just play it, and it would still be doing nothing, and then they'd make royalties from
I used to
that.
do that because my band has a album on Spotify. Ivory Road is a band name.
Ivory Road, shout out.
Chasing the Horizon is the album. And we would do that too, because it's a quarter of a cent per play.
Wow.
On Spotify. For music, you get the money pretty much, it's every month, but per play, right? You don't have to have a certain amount of listeners. And so we would do that. We would all just have it playing constantly, the whole album on repeat, just to kind of get those plays in. So that
What was the most money you made?
I don't know. Nick has the account.
Do you think it was like $8 or like $200?
You made like $20.
That's pretty good.
20
Making
bucks
money from
right
something
away.
you love is
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we sold physical copies of the CDs too.
That
Yo.
rocks.
Like around school, we would
When did you guys
pass
come
them
out with that
for
album?
$5. Well, Chasing the Horizon came out in 2014,
Okay.
the summer, like late summer, early fall.
So was that right when you went to, like, right when we met you?
Yeah. Oh,
Shit.
you know what? It was after. It probably
Or
came.
was it the year after?
It might have been
sophomore year
the
of
summer
college?
after of college. Yeah, because
It was. I remember
we
when you released it.
recorded most of it the summer before college.
Yep.
And then we went back for Christmas and stuff, like to do some edits, but most of it was recorded then.
Yep.
And so I remember getting the raw tracks, the bounces back from our producer, and I would show them to you guys, show them to, I was dating this girl at the time, I'm like, hey, listen to this. And it was kind of nice. Like, oh,
Her Eyes, right? That song?
Into Your Eyes.
Into Your Eyes.
That's
Okay,
a good
yep.
one, yep.
Yep.
And so,
Is that like a sexual thing?
Between Your Thighs. Oh,
Is that-
Into Your Eyes.
Oh. Both of them, kind of.
Both of them.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, when I look into your eyes and I tell you that I love you, it'll always be all right.
I got
That's
my
what you're
DJ
doing.
to play that song during cocktail hour at my
No,
wedding.
it was Sunset Boulevard.
Sunset Boulevard?
That
Okay.
was our big one, yep.
That rocks.
Yeah, dude, the album's great. And so anyway, what were
Who
we
plays
talking
the
about?
keyboard in your band? I always thought that was like really impressive too.
Well, it's Derek. He's literally one of the best
Derek's
piano
your
players
brother,
in the whole world. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. He's literally one of the best piano players in the country. Seriously.
He's the fucking prodigy, right?
yeah, that's why we were good.
Fuck yeah.
If he
No,
wanted,
dude, you need to give yourself some more credit, dude. Everyone attributes something to the band. You know what I mean?
totally. Yeah, no, I'm a good guitar player, and I
Dude, absolutely,
wrote
you
a
fucking
few
are.
decent songs. So, but if Derek wanted to continue the band, to pursue the band, we would be a touring band. He wanted to go do his classical music. He's a professor at Vanderbilt now.
Didn't he? So where'd he go to school?
He went to school. He went to undergrad at Northwestern in
Okay, yep.
Chicago, and then he went to Yale for his doctorate degree.
Damn, he was
Yeah.
getting some Yale.
He was
That's nice.
European Yale.
Good for him.
Yeah. He listens to this podcast.
Derek, if you're
He'll probably
listening,
cut
bro.
that, yeah.
Good. That's so good.
We're so proud of you, dude.
Yeah.
Love you, man. You should join the podcast over Christmas. Okay, guys. I saw a statistic last week that I really think is bullshit.
Okay.
But I want you guys' opinion.
Yeah,
on it.
it's like guaranteed bullshit.
Most statistics are bullshit.
Did you get it from Reddit?
Well, most
I did see it on Reddit,
Okay,
yeah.
so the
Okay,
problem
yeah,
with
yeah, yeah.
statistics
I still wanna hear
already
it.
is that you can't. They're not taking everybody. So the inherent
Correct.
problem with statistics all the time is
From the
that
sample.
the sample size is always not going to be everybody.
So I saw the statistic that 40 48% of Americans have tattoos. I think that's bullshit.
Just like the divorce rate.
I
feel like more Americans have gotten divorced than have tattoos.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
Now,
More
what's
people
the,
have tattoos
what's
than
the
have gotten
percentage of people that
divorces.
have gotten divorced over tattoos?
Yeah, not 0.
That's
No,
right.
more people have gotten.
Honey, you go. What the fuck is that?
Like, that's my buddy Joe's cock on my chest. Because he's my friend, okay?
Let me just go into the my underwear drawer and pull out these divorce
You
papers real
married me
quick.
for me, okay? And if you can't have me at my worst,
Yep.
dick on my
all the
chest
time.
and balls across my nipples,
Yep.
excuse me.
Yeah, that's a tough
You
one.
need to find yourself a new husband then, ma'am. See what you can find at fucking Applebee's, okay?
Adam, do you have a tattoo?
No, I don't. I'm clean, actually.
And
Yeah,
you are
so
too, Ryan.
I'm clean as well.
And none of us have divorces.
So in this group, we have one person that has tattoos.
Yep.
And no divorces.
And no divorces. Yeah, I would say that more people have tattoos than have been divorced. Because so
I
many
would
people
agree with
haven't
that.
been married.
I would agree with that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
48% of people have tattoos.
In America, I think that's high.
I think that's high as well.
I think it's closer to 20%.
I think
Ryan, you don't have any tattoos, do you?
like-
I do not.
Wait,
You
Adam,
have-
do you have tattoos?
No, I don't have any. You already asked me that, bro.
Yeah.
Wait. Who has Joe? Do you have tattoos?
Well,
Any tattoos you regret, by the way?
Here, I'll ask Adam first. Adam,
yeah.
do you have any tattoos?
No, I don't.
Okay.
And you don't either.
I
Just that
I
hemorrhoid.
don't
Just that
have-
hemorrhoid inside my asshole.
Yeah.
did you have? You should get a
Well, it's
tattoo
there
on your
forever.
hemorrhoid.
It's gonna be the name of the episode.
Tattoos on my hemorrhoids.
No, the hemorrhoid versus Jake Paul.
All right, there we go. Celebrity
He did kinda look
boxing
like a
match.
hemorrhoid.
Adam's hemorrhoid versus Jake Paul.
He did look like a big vein sticking out of a butthole.
Oh, bro.
He did look like that.
I'm still laughing at like Mike's cheeks as he walked away from
Oh,
that
it's
interview.
so
It's so
good,
fucking
dude.
funny.
That was weird.
It perfectly
Why did they
encapsulated
keep
that whole
filming?
broadcast.
It was so weird. Why did he do that?
Dude, that man lost his dignity on that Netflix special. That's all I'm
No,
gonna
honestly,
say.
I view him like kind of differently.
Dude, he was a
after doing
fucking
that.
legend.
I know, and now
He was a legend, and now he's got
It
butt
looked,
cheeks
it-
and
to me, it looked like seeing an old man's ass at the gym locker room.
Yeah.
That's
exposed,
exactly what
which
it
is
felt like.
usually lost to a fuckboy.
Which is usually good, but it wasn't.
But
good.
it's not what you want to be. When you're viewing Mike Tyson, you're not viewing that old man. You see his ass cheeks in the locker room. You're not viewing him as a ferocious fighter. You're
Was he
viewing him as
wearing
a
a thong?
sad old
or
man.
like, what was he wearing? Or is that
I don't
full?
know,
was
dude.
that like?
He had a belt on that kind of went down.
Was
over
he wearing
his
like a
nuts.
jock strap of some sort?
It was like chaps. I thought it was
Just in
chaps.
case they get hit.
Chap sounds right.
Is it just in case they get hit in the nuts?
Well, he wasn't
Well, he didn't
wearing
wear
that.
that to fight.
He
But
was
also,
wearing
he was
shorts
very
to fight.
exposed during the interview.
Unbelievably
Why didn't they
exposed
wait
during
till
the
he had
interview.
his at least boxing shorts on?
That's a mystery. That's the mystery right there.
And he's kind of old too.
Netflix was like, no, we have to interview him now.
Everybody
Go in.
fucking saw that. For
It
some
felt
reason,
kind of
Netflix
humiliating.
worked perfectly
It
during
would have
that
been
segment.
It would have been fine. Honestly, at this point, he might as well have been fucking butt naked.
He was.
That would have been.
That would have been a more compelling interview.
He was.
chaps,
His
yeah.
butt was
Look
naked.
at the hog on this man.
Dude, Mike Tyson's dick. That's a scary thought. That's horrifying.
Do you think he has a tattoo on his dick?
I bet it
The
has a
same
list.
tattoo.
His
Yeah.
dick also
oh,
had.
Oh yeah, right on the head, just like
Yeah.
right by his single eye.
It kind of goes around his what is that? What's it called? Not the penis.
It's called a penis. is that what you're trying to remember?
Ryan's like, what is it called again?
Yeah, it's called a penis.
I always forget.
It's fine, dude. You have a good, clean mind.
Thank you.
That's nice.
Thank you, yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yep. I slept through health class, so
Yeah,
That
man.
helped me keep my mind clean.
I remember in health class, the teacher's like, "Okay, I'm sick of everybody laughing whenever I say vagina, so everybody just has to repeat penis." And dude, it was hilarious. A bunch of seventh graders saying
pandemonium,
penis, penis, penis. It's like we were trying to summon a damn penis demon in there. I mean, we were chanting it. It was so funny.
Everybody's like,
did it kind of make you hard?
I was laughing so, dude. That's still funny. It's
still
still funny
funny.
to say penis. It's still a funny thing.
God, dude.
You guys play the penis game?
Well, I've
in class?
dabbled in
The penis game is just where you yell out penis the loudest,
but
right?
yeah, whoever says penis the loudest.
I used to be horrified of that. Now I'm still horrified of it.
Yeah.
I'm still.
I knew this
I'm
guy.
still scared
I knew
of
this
that
guy who just screamed it. He always won immediately. Like
I have
first
to
round.
be very drunk to like not care about public humility. You know what I mean?
I don't think that's true.
You don't think that's true?
I don't think that's true
I've
either,
heard you in
actually.
public places a lot
Oh yeah.
without being drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
and
like-
you don't give a fuck.
Are you
dude.
talking about like that Brazilian place we ate at?
Every place we've eaten at.
I kind of
You will say-
I felt like we were podcasting in the wild when we were eating Brazilian
Oh,
food
100%.
because
Yeah.
I saw people looking at us. I was like, oh fuck, man.
Well, dude, okay, Adam, you
I just
have
said something edgy.
Adam, you have
Really loud.
the most booming voice,
I don't-
and you don't give a fuck.
I don't care.
You just
I
say
dare.
it.
I dare them to say something to me.
Well, it's usually funny, so it's usually fine. But
Oh fuck.
You started by saying that you are sensitive to public humiliation, and now you're just like, I don't give a fuck. I'll fight somebody
Oh,
if they
dude.
don't like what I just said.
I don't think you give a fuck about public
I don't think you care at all.
humiliation.
You know what? I think you're right.
I think
It's
so,
either
too.
that or I have bipolar disorder.
I have public
I'm like,
humiliation.
I'm anxious in crowds. I'm
About
like,
what you
I'll
say.
fight everyone in the crowd.
I just have social anxiety. Hey, dickhead! I said I have social anxiety, you pussy.
That's okay.
Yeah, I agree with that. You know what's a really hard thing for me to deal with? When I'm out with somebody and they talk to me and they open up and they're like, I have social anxiety. That always makes me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, dude.
Because I feel like they're saying that they're like really stressed out sitting next to me.
You have secondhand social anxiety from their social anxiety.
Yeah,
Okay.
I do. Yeah, I feel like I immediately am like, okay, so now this is like we're in a stressful situation right now.
And you feel like you have to navigate them through it.
Yeah, because they're like if you're okay, I have this happen a lot. I'll be sitting next to somebody and they'll like open up and be like, yeah, I have pretty bad social anxiety, and then I'm like, you are anxious right now. Then, are you? Are you fucking anxious right now? And then I stand up and I hover over them. Which
Kind
usually,
of kind of charge at them a little bit.
well, yeah, show them that like you don't have to be anxious. I will attack you. Just
I'm gonna scare the anxiety out of your dick hole, dude.
Exactly.
I'm gonna scare that hair follicle out of your pee hole, bro.
Yep. When people have social anxiety, you need to raise the stakes much more than they are.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, pull a gun on them. Make sure they know that things could be worse.
Yeah.
Are you
Because they are
anxious
right now.
Yeah, right? That's the thing. I'm
You've
like,
got a desert eagle. You're like, are you anxious or not?
bro, right when somebody says it, I mean, I empathize, and I'm like, well, that's not good. But in my head, I'm like, you just told me you're, like, scared right now. It's like sitting down to eat with somebody, and they're just like, I'm scared. I'm currently, like, frightened. Like, that sucks.
And then you're just like out at McDonald's. You're like, dude, just order your McDouble and shut the fuck up, dude.
Yeah, it's just I'm frightened right now.
What are you afraid of?
Okay, well, and I
Is
understand.
Grimace gonna come out and rape us?
Maybe. I understand social anxiety, but it's just, what do you say? Okay, what do you say when somebody's just like, yeah, thanks for coming out, man. I have social anxiety.
I would applaud them for facing their fears and going out. Say, hey, it's not so bad. You're out.
I would say if you have social anxiety, you just shouldn't do anything. You
go
should
home.
just sit at home. You just don't be
Like you're ruining everyone's time right now with your social anxiility, buddy.
Yeah, it's just your behavior and your personality is making
I'm not
this
a good
bad.
person. I'm not a good person at all, dude. I'm like, why did you come to the bars with us then? Fuck out of my face.
Yeah, that's what they need to hear.
No,
That's
yeah.
what they need to hear.
You need a friend like that to kind of like bring you back down to earth. Bring you back down to reality. It's just like, what are you really anxious about? Like, we're all just we're out right now. Like, what? Did you see a guy in a trench coat? Like, what's going on?
That'd be scary.
That would be scary.
Because trench coats are scary.
Yeah, you saw a
like,
guy with like a
naked
face
under
paint and a
there.
trench coat. You're like, okay, something might happen.
If somebody has a
I
trench coat,
understand the anxiety.
they either have two full automatics underneath the trench coat,
Yep,
or
yep.
they're completely naked. It's either you're in the Matrix or you're in a Netflix.
And both are
documentary.
equally terrifying.
Dude, just like that movie Observant Report, where that
Scary.
guy's running through the mall in the trench coat. He's a really fat guy, but he's got the tiniest little dick. He doesn't give a shit. He's exposing himself to everyone in the fucking mall. And then there's a slow motion scene where he's just running through, and it's open trench coat and tiny dick. Just
That's confidence.
I feel like most public flashers have tiny dicks.
I would think so.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be hogged up
Because
if I
the-
was naked at a
because-
sporting event. I
Yep.
wouldn't be hogged up. I would be very hogged down. I would be, like when you like zoom out of an image, that's what would be happening to my penis. It would be tiny. Even when you pee at a trough, dude, I have to I fluff myself before going to pee in like a public baseball trough.
It gets caught in
For
the
30 minutes
iguanal
beforehand,
canal.
I'm just fluffing myself.
You have to push your dick out of your iguana canal.
I have to, yeah.
The iguana canal.
Call back.
You guys know that when you pee, do you guys like push up on your taint to get the rest of the pee
Every
out?
time.
Yes, it's
Little
the
bit.
best.
Yeah,
it's the
every
best.
time.
Try it out.
Do you guys ever do like a little Kegel exercise, to get that last
Don't you
drip
need a
out?
vagina to do a Kegel?
No, you don't.
What do you mean?
Guys do Kegels all the time.
Just flexing your.
Well, I have a vagina in my bag right now, but I don't need that to do a Kegel.
just like doing a little flexing with your glutes. No.
Flexing your glutes is a Kegel.
Joe, you brought your
bit,
vagina?
no?
I brought my vagina from home.
What
Oh,
is
I
a
should've brought
Kegel
mine.
now?
It's
now
my-
I'm questioning
well,
what a
it's my
Kegel is.
portable vagina.
Yeah, I should have brought mine, dude. I left mine at home.
Because I have a portable vagina and a travel vagina.
Are they not the same?
No, they're different. One is
This is my travel.
much
pussy.
more robust.
One you can take on an airplane. One
Yeah.
you can't take on a
one
road
has
trip.
one has a big.
I'm a
crack in
flight
it.
risk right now.
Yeah, I accidentally threw away my last my last mobile vagina.
Was it no good anymore?
Well, yeah, it was no good. It was worn out.
They go bad. They wear out after a while.
Yeah, yeah. What were you just talking about?
the guy in the trench coat exposing himself.
Yeah. So when you pee, if you push up on your taint, you get
That
the rest
too,
of the
yep.
pee. Oh no, a Kegel is not flexing your butt cheeks. That's not a Kegel.
It's flexing your taint.
It's flexing your vagina.
Okay.
Guys,
Does that clear things up?
Yeah.
yeah. So Adam, if you want to go get your vagina real quick, we can show
You
you.
guys just answered like a lifelong, inquiry I've had.
So
Here we go. That's what we
based
do on
on
this
those
podcast.
two. Now.
What?
Based on those two different answers, what's a Kegel?
A Kegel?
Yeah. We just gave two.
Flexing your pussy, you just said.
So Ryan, you're
Do you think I'm
wrong.
not paying attention?
I'm not wrong.
I'm a little cross-faded, but I'm paying attention.
I'm doing
think it's-
Kegels right now. Right now.
You're flexing your vagina.
Yeah, but you can flex your dick, no?
exactly.
But is that a Kegel?
Yes, it is.
I would
So
think
when you
so.
flex your penis, you're doing a Kegel?
Yes,
Yeah.
you are. Yep.
Nah.
Yep.
What do you call it? A stiffy?
Ask ChatGPT right now.
You call it a stiffy?
Ask ChatGPT.
What is a Kegel?
Because we had the same argument about hemorrhoids. And I'm not going to get into a 10-minute debate with you right now. Ask ChatGPT.
How about a 5-minute debate?
If you do too many Kegels, you can get a hemorrhoid.
That I believe.
Can a vagina get a hemorrhoid?
Ooh,
No.
that's a
You-
good
you
question,
can assist.
dude.
But you not a hemorrhoid.
Vaginal hemorrhoids? That's got to be a thing.
I feel like it's a thing because it's
gotta be a
veins
thing.
pouring out. It's veins literally raining out of something.
Coming back to hemorrhoids. Jesus Christ. I apologize to any audio listeners.
Okay, so what is a Kegel? Okay, do you know what I think a Kegel is? It's two things.
Here, I'll show you right now.
It's you'd have to flex your vagina. But I think a Kegel is when you have to pee and you start
Hold it in.
peeing and then you hold it in.
Yes.
And that's a Kegel.
That's exactly. Yep, that's it.
So it's not really flexing your
It is
dick.
when your dick is erect and you do a Kegel.
Yeah, you can't-
it
the
is-
same
it-
feeling.
it
You can't.
flex- it flexes.
So you can't do a nod with your dick when you're erect?
That's a Kegel.
I haven't been hard in years. I don't even remember what
Let's
it's like.
fix
That's
that, buddy.
action. Appreciate you. No,
good friend.
Let's take you to the Elk River Strip Club. They've got some fine ladies there.
strip clubs are horrible, dude.
No,
I would
dude,
be
horrible.
I'd be.
Do you remember Deja Vu? How terrible that place was?
Joe would
been to a
fall in
strip
love
club.
again.
Oh, dude.
It's a hard.
It is a hard job.
These sex workers out here, is a stripper a sex worker?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
To an extent. To an extent.
It's a
To
hard
the
job
full
out
extent.
here, bro.
No,
a hard job.
because strippers don't have to have sex with the clients. Sex workers have to fuck the clients. No.
I think
Dude,
anybody.
cam girls are sex workers.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
good point.
Yeah. They're
That's a
not
good point.
having sex.
Really, anybody's a sex worker.
Well, I guess that is true, dude. It is.
If you showed us,
I suppose it's the sex industry,
Yeah.
but like I can't say for an example that a stripper's a sex worker because she doesn't fuck any of the guys.
She's-
At least a
it's-
cam girl
she's
is
working in the
sometimes
sex
fucking a guy in
industry, dude.
camera. No,
she could just be doing Kegels.
fucking did.
yeah. If Adam, if I paid you money to
Yeah.
show me your hemorrhoid, that you would be a sex worker at that point.
But that's saying that
Yeah,
his
but
hemorrhoids are
that
sexual.
yeah, but that would mean that
If I paid you to show me
you
your
get off to
arm,
my
are
hemorrhoids?
you a sex worker?
He's showing me his genitalia at that point.
His butthole's not his genitalia. Adam doesn't have genitalia.
Dude, I show
I would
anyone
see
my
his.
butthole.
I would see his mangina.
My
for sure.
closest friends
Adam
have
has
seen
a
mangina.
I love that song.
I've shown some of my closest friends my butthole.
I know.
You showed my stepdad your butthole.
Yeah, dude.
It's one of your closest.
It's
he's
called
one of
the
his
goat.
closest friends.
It's called the goat. It's when you tuck your penis behind, like you tuck it real good. You Ken doll yourself, right?
Yeah.
And then you bend over so they see not just your asshole, but they see your dick and balls just a hanging brain, bro. It's the worst thing you'll ever see.
It looks like your dick
is
looks like
It's
a hemorrhoid.
everything. It's everything all at once. Just like that movie with the Asian lady.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That one. Yeah. That's a good one. Yeah, I think a worse view than seeing somebody just goated up is having a naked guy stand above you with one leg on either side and looking up at his taint. I think that would be a really bad view. I think that's a bad view.
Gastroenterologists have to deal with that shit when they give you your colonoscopy for the first time.
That's not true.
He's not under you. You're under him.
You're saying that the doctor's laying on a bed and you spread your legs above him and he looks up at your
To be
taint?
fair,
You didn't have a colonoscopy?
To be fair, I'm completely knocked out. Who knows what they're doing to me?
Well, you got assaulted if that's what happened. That's not a colonoscopy. Dude, didn't you get spit roasted? Didn't you get an endoscopy and a colonoscopy?
I got bang bang.
You're like
And what was
you're
really
like
funny.
Mia Khalifa.
What was really funny too was that all the guys that were working, there was 3 guys working on me, and 1 guy that was like operating the camera and just checking on like the vitals and shit. All 3 of them named Adam, and 1 guy named Jeff.
That's right. I remember you
That is
saying
nice.
that. Yeah.
Yep.
That is nice.
So I got spit roasted by 3 Adams and Jeff. Jeff was holding the camera.
If you could
That's a
clone-
Pornhub video.
Is it?
I've watched
pull
it
up?
many times. If you could clone yourself, would you give yourself a colonoscopy? Or is it
Would I
better?
give myself one?
Yeah, or is it better if a
Because
stranger
I don't want to
gives you
do.
a
I don't want to do.
colonoscopy?
I don't want to give a colonoscopy.
Yeah, that camera's pretty far. They shove it up your ass and they look inside your stomach.
That's
look
not. They look inside your colon.
They look inside your heart, dude.
Well, they check your colon, but like also they're looking inside your stomach. No,
They're not getting to your stomach, dude.
Endoscopy, they're looking in your stomach.
Yes.
Colonoscopy. You're right. Sorry.
I watched
Flip-flop.
I watched an endoscopy one time, and it was a woman who came in who was old, man. She was in her 80s, and she had really bad, I forget exactly what it's called, but she had like stomach cancer. And dude, the lining of her stomach was like full of bumps, and all the folds of her stomach had bloody bumps, tumors, all over her stomach, bro. It was so sad and awful. And it looked really disgusting, like really uniquely disgusting.
What's the quality of life then? Like, is she not able to digest shit properly? Obviously.
I think stomach cancer is a low quality.
Oh yeah, like I'm sure you're like a tube feeder at that point, right? You're on like a liquid diet.
TPN.
She's dead.
Well, yeah.
By now.
I'm sorry. Yeah, fuck.
That was really fucked up.
Moment of silence.
For clothes that Tristan lost. At Bold 3 Detergent Plus Fabric Softener.